Here are two coloring books that I've had published. And on the backs, you can use a dry erase marker to color the backs. Wipe it off and do it again and again. It works like a dry erase board. I do not have any dry erase markers. I'm going to take a chance that it won't erase for me if I use a regular marker. But one of the things that I wanted to do with this book here is I want to color his beard in like unicorn hair. You know, pastel, light colored, rainbow colors, like a unicorn. I don't know why, that's just one of the ideas that I have. But I just wanted to see if it would work. I don't think it will work with a regular Crayola marker, but I thought I would try it to see what would happen if I color it in with the regular marker. The hope is that it too would erase. Sometimes they erase off a dry erase board and sometimes they don't. But this way, on this back image, you can color it over and over again. And I am with dry erase markers. Now, I am also having my publishing team create a calendar for me where each of the pages is a page from my coloring books. And every month you can go through and color those pages over and over again with dry erase markers. It works just like this. Now, I don't know if it erases. Okay, it's smeared. Okay. You can see it's stained there. I wasn't sure if a regular marker would or not. Let's wet it down just a little bit with my tongue. It kind of stained, but it kind of worked. If I'd left it any longer, it probably would have fully stained because it's not a dry erase marker. But look at that. And you can color it over and over again. Both of these books are like that. And so I plan to start doing that with all of my books now. I'll just show you this. This is another coloring book I've had done. And then this one is another coloring book I've had done. So anyways, and the calendars will be like these two books where you can color them over and over again. So So some people were slightly concerned that my images would be too dark. So they work pretty good with pencil crown, and just showing you with the marker here that even though it's dark, it still colors in beautifully. And it'll help with the shading, naturally shading your picture so you don't have to. Hang on, let me see. Where can I get a red? You can use 3 and 4 colors. I'm just doing this real quick for you guys. Don't have to be too neat. You can make it as many colors as you want. But it adds all the lines and shading for you. And you can color it over and over and over again. Now, like a dry erase board. And just for the video here, find a light green and a dark green. Let's go inside and find one of those darker dragons. Here we go. It looks dark, and a lot of people were concerned that because it's dark, that the colors wouldn't do right. And again, you all can get as detailed as you want. This is no different than professional artists who do all their sketching first and then go in behind with color. And they layer colors and they layer shading and they layer the textures in there, in the image as they go. It's no different. So as you see, this is a dark green that I'm using. And there's no issue with that. None at all. Let's go down the back just for extra comfort. And then this provides all your shading naturally. Some parts of the dragon are going to be darker than the others if you use the same color. And as you're coloring, you can lighten up on your pencil, like press less and lighter, or you can press harder. When it's darker, press harder. Pressing really hard right now, right through there. When it's darker, you press harder. Okay, and when it's lighter, like through here, you'll press really light with your pencil, and it'll lighten your color or darken your color up, same color. You can also go through and change out your color for a darker color, where you would be pressing hard, where it's darker, and lighter colors where it's lighter. But you can play with it, and there's many, many images that are similar and the same, so that you can play with it and experiment and see what it is that you like. Okay, let's do, how long is this video? I have to watch these videos if I get them more than 10 minutes, they won't load for me. So I have to be careful. Let's do a red over here. Just so you can see how the different colors come out. And again, there's different reds. This one's more like a hot pink red or ruby red. That's why it's kind of pinky. Everybody thinks rubies are red, but actually rubies have a lot of pink in them. A real ruby does. In its raw form, it's very pink. Okay. But you can see no issue at all with covering that image with color. And you can see how the black still looks green, still looks pink. There's no issues at all.